Yay! And up next, we have somebody near and dear to my heart. This is an amazing musician and a more awesome person. We have guitarist Jerry Maxwell. Yay, Jerry! Hey.
Hi,
Welcome
Jerry.
to Candidly Krystal.
Thank you for having me. I'm gonna have to catch up with you guys. You guys are half in the bag already.
Hey, I poured a tall glass tonight because I was just like, I'm not cooking. I'm just chilling and talking to y'all. So I am real excited about it. Thanks for taking time out during this busy Thanksgiving week to be on our show. Can you tell us what is going on behind the scenes in your house right now in preparation for Turkey Day or even just bedtime right now?
Yeah, my kids are going to be in bed at some point. And
or maybe they're going to be on our show. Maybe they'll pop in.
Yeah, you never know. I'm actually surprised that it's quiet right now because usually when I have something important is when they would scream.
Yeah.
And, but we're just doing something very mellow tomorrow. We're just having 2 friends over, so.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm not making a turkey. I'm making a crock pot chicken.
Ooh.
I'm going to turn it on tonight, and in the morning it'll be done.
That's the way to do it.
I cannot hate any good food on Thanksgiving. I do not discriminate. You bring all that goodness, get in my belly.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey, it's a lot. I mean, making a turkey would be a lot because it's only going to be 4 of us. And so we're going to do that. And then, just do the regular stuff. I'm still going to make potatoes and stuff. But yeah, before we had kids, me and my wife are both from New York, so we would have like the Friendsgiving thing, all the people that were from other places. And we used to do like 20 people. I mean, it was crazy.
Wow.
But nowadays we're a little more mellow. I mean, obviously we're doing it because of the fact that we're trying not to have too many people over, but we normally would only have you anyway, really, these days. So
yeah,
it should be fun. We'll
I love it.
Yeah, it should be a good day.
So if you can't tell behind you, Jerry, you are a guitarist. We can see on your wall. You're going to be playing a song for us here in just a little bit. You're also self-employed, who plays for weddings and you do events. Tell us a little bit about how you've been able to navigate playing through 2020 and this quarantine, COVID, Corona. How are you managing?
Well, yeah, it's been interesting. I am self-employed. I do also, I teach a class at ASU that's online.
Nice.
And I used to teach a lot at house, but I don't really do that as much because my private teaching hours are kind of my kids' witching hours. So it doesn't really work out. This year was very interesting. I manage and book the Lucky Devils band, and I also play in the band. So I'm doing all the sales and all of the management on the client end as well as the musician end. So it was interesting because even though obviously we weren't gigging because all of our gigs got shut down, I was still working because I was emailing and rescheduling, and I was still trying to book future stuff. And, so really I was doing all of the work that you normally would have to do, but, wasn't really making any money.
Right.
But it worked out. I mean, we're still here. Some people, I qualified for paycheck protection, which came in handy. Which actually just ended this week. I had like a 20 period. Yeah, it just ended. But yeah, it's been challenging. I mean, I'm fortunate, I guess, because I'm a little bit on the management end of things. But at the same time, I mean, it's like, it really, like, the way it works in Arizona is that March through May is like the busy springtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
And October through December is the busy fall time. We work pretty regularly anyway, but those 6 months combined are where we make most of our income. And everything got shut down like right at the beginning of the March thing. So the whole spring season was wiped out. But
yeah,
we're still here. We're very lucky. We're affiliated with a larger company that kind of handles all of our marketing and all of our tax stuff and all of our finance stuff. And they sort of put their trust in the people on the ground to do the job. So we're happy and fortunate that we have some backing there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's. The live performance industry is the one that's going to be. It's going to take a long time to come back.
A long
private
time.
Events are private events. If somebody wants to get married, they're going to get married. They're going to have a band.
Right. Agree.
Yes. And
Agree.
and we've done quite a few weddings in the last 2 months, Jerry. I am lucky to be a part of the Lucky Devils band and under Jerry's management with that. And we've had a lot of weddings at houses and a lot of creative things happening right now in this industry, but I'm grateful that we're able to start working again, if only it is, tiptoeing. At least we're moving forward. Now, Jerry, I have only heard you play electric guitar. And I am so excited because tonight you're going to show off your classical guitar chops tonight. And can you tell us a little bit about the piece you're going to play and why you picked it for tonight's show?
I'm going to play a Bach movement from the first lute suite in E minor. It's the Allemande from the Bach lute suite. It's originally written for a Baroque lute. The reason that I chose it is because my musical study in college was classical guitar, and for the most part in my professional life, I haven't really played a lot of it because it's a solo instrument, and there's not a lot of work really with it. But when you're by yourself, it's something you can do. So I've been sort of I've been working my technique up again, and I've been learning pieces and relearning old ones. So this is like just something that it's been kind of rekindled. So this piece is still a little bit of work in progress, but I just thought that I would go for it and play it for you. And it's Bach, so I guess you could consider it sort of Christmassy, even if it isn't necessarily a Christmas piece.
Well, I love it. I love that you've used quarantine in a resourceful way and have been working on your classical guitar, and you're bringing Bach back to us. Yes. So here is Jerry playing some Bach. Yay!
Thanks.
Oh, that was
Getting there.
fantastic. Oh
Thanks.
my gosh.
It's getting there. It's hard. That music's hard. But
Yeah, it is. Oh, we can't hear you.
I'm glad they couldn't see us because
I know.
I had my face up to the camera watching your fingers on the guitar. That
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Mhm.
Wow.
I'm
Thank
getting
you
there.
so much.
I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me do it because I don't think I've performed classical guitar in public till tonight.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Candidly
Wait.
Krystal
I mean,
first.
not ever. I don't mean ever. I mean, it's been years since I've done it in public.
Oh, well, thank you for doing it on
Yeah,
here.
that was
And
beautiful.
Thank you.
It was. I'm like thinking of like my horrible ukulele skills going, I can't even imagine doing what you do. It was just mesmerizing. Thank you.
And now that I don't concentrate anymore,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
there we
let's
go.
gobble up some
Let's gobble.
alcohol. Yes.
All of us on screen are parents, and we
Yes.
always talk about, do our kids want to aspire to be like us when we get older? I tell my kids, no, don't go into radio. Please don't. I will pay you to not be in radio. But I'm wondering, Jerry, if you, with your kids, do you hope that they follow in your footsteps and, try to be more musical? Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Well, I mean, for me, music as a profession is something that you have to really want to do. Music as a practice is something that you should do. I mean, when I went to school for guitar performance, I didn't necessarily think that I was going to be a professional musician, but my outlook on it was, a bachelor degree in anything isn't really enough anyway. So if you're going to study something, you may as well study something cool, and then you can always go to grad school for something else. My wife went to school for comparative religious scholar stuff, and she wound up being a speech therapist. It's like a bachelor's degree is a bachelor's degree. So it doesn't really matter to me if they want to do professional music or not, as long as they have it in their life,
Yeah.
But they're really smart, and they've got good pitch, and they're both creative, and if they want to pursue it, I'm happy to support them. But yeah, I mean, professional musicianship is, you have to be, you got to be pretty stubborn, and you got to move in that direction no matter what. So if they want to do it, and I think that, I mean, they can do whatever they want. But my grandpa was a doctor, so if it skips 2 generations, that's fine. One of them could be a doctor.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You know what? I always tell people, though, especially when I talk to younger people, if you're going to go to college, you might as well do it for something you love. Because you get so much more out of it when you study something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I hope mathematicians love numbers as much as I think they do. But
'cause I don't.
Exactly. In reality, I chose what makes me happy. And I love that message that you're giving that to your kids too.
Yeah.
You pursue whatever fills your cup,
Totally. Yeah. And there's a lot of things about going to music school for classical music prepared me for a lot of other things in the professional life, just generally, like how to really be prepared, how to practice, how to be professional, all that stuff translates, to whatever. So yeah, but we'll see how they do.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure
they like it. So
they'll be amazing at whatever they do, because they are adorable.
well,
Yes.
thanks.
Adorable boys. You're a boy dad, I'm a boy mom. It's just, boys are crazy, right? But you gotta love them. And Jerry, I had to be honest. I went digging through all your Facebook photos like
Okay.
late last night and
As
came
if
up.
you've not done that before. Come on.
Oh no, the truth is out.
know.
So I pulled a few for tonight's show, and I just want
You
to
wanna
hear
talk
the
about
backstory behind
Yeah,
some of
show
these.
some pictures.
Yes,
Let's do
please.
it. This sounds fun.
Let's talk about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a picture of me on the USS Midway in San Diego, which is a now decommissioned, aircraft carrier that's a museum. Last summer, 2019, the Lucky Devils got hired to do a corporate event. So we got there and we played a corporate event on the USS Midway on the flight deck. The gig was a lot of fun. The load in and setup and getting out of there was not fun.
Sounds awful.
But
Yeah.
it was a pretty special experience to, play on the water.
But
and
worth it.
It's pretty cool.
All right. What about this? Is that your
That
plane?
is the first time that I was in charge of a corporate gig for the Lucky Devils band. It's the first. I had just been made a manager, and that was my first time. So this
And
is
they sent you a plane? Where's my plane?
I was about to say corporate pics with corporate jets.
Yeah, I wish I could make up a lie about it, but yeah, the gig was at Hangar 1 in Scottsdale, and I don't know. I think I was outside on a break, and I, saw the jet, and I had a suit on, so made
You're
a
like
picture. Yeah.
feeling like 007, might get on a plane. Who knows?
Good lighting.
00200.
Let's capture it.
2020.
00200.
All right. What about this one? Remember this day?
Yes, I do. That was another corporate event. That was in the daytime for a pharmaceutical company. I can't mention its name, but it's a very large one. That was their annual awards show. So we played, it was a 14-piece band, so full horn sections. And Shay and I worked really hard. He had the headset on. Shay Marshall was doing the keys, and he was directing. He was hearing from the booth, and we were playing bumpers as people were coming out, for the awards. And then we played a 45-minute set after that. But there were 3,000 people there. It was pretty cool, and it was great because all the musicians were available that I wanted because the gig was at 8:30 in the morning on a weekday. So
yeah, music in the daytime. I'm sorry, what? Huh?
Yeah,
Good as that.
But yeah, that was a corporate event. That was a pretty cool one.
What about that one?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
We look really
you fancy.
cool.
I know.
Fancy in that photo.
I do. I have to tell you, I appreciate that you make me look better in every picture that we're in. That was a wedding gig at I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a fancy resort, but it was like a resort in Sedona that I think has a reputation because of its view, not necessarily because of its accommodations. It was more of a cabin kind of place.
Yeah.
It was a relatively not spectacular, just regular wedding gig. But then prior to us finalizing the event, I had a conversation with the bride and groom about coverage for the band. I said, if we're playing outside and there's weather, if the band isn't covered, we're going to have to stop playing if it starts to rain. And, he was kind of cavalier about it. And and I don't know, maybe I was a little bit annoyed. Maybe I didn't I don't know. I was fine.
Let me say my side of what happened that evening. No, because out there it was freezing. I'm in my coat. Look at how bundled up I am with the scarf, right? But lipstick on point. Yeah. Anyway, look. So we're out there and we're doing this thing, and all of a sudden, I kid you not, I felt one raindrop going bop on my face. And here's Jerry. Time to pack up. Time to go. Stuff out.
That's right.
And I was like, wait, it's like one raindrop. And we still crack up about this. He turns to me and he goes, do you want to wait till it gets worse? And I was like, no.
Well, do you?
And everybody just packed up. It was the fastest I've ever had anybody pack up on a gig. And the moment we got all of our stuff together and in our vehicles, it started pouring. So he by far made the right choice, because I'd have been out there singing in the rain, right, with Gene Kelly, and he was ready to pack it up to save everybody's gear. And I commend you for that, Jerry. That was great.
Thank you. Yeah,
Good call, Jerry. Way to come in clutch.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think part of the reason that I made that decision on the fly and so intensely was because where we were was really up high.
It was.
And you could see it, like the clouds
coming in.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Like, it just got, like, once it arrived, I knew it wasn't going to go away, because it was a large storm. It wasn't like, oh, a couple sprinkles and then it's over. Like, it was like, oh, that's coming towards us. But yeah, as soon as I closed my car, it came down. And
people don't understand, like, it is a life or death situation. If you are holding an instrument that is plugged into power and rain is coming down. I mean, I've been in situations where it started raining and like stuff started smoking and popping in flames. It's bad. People don't realize that.
It's a real problem. And for me, like, it was partly because I had the conversation with this groom, and I was like, look, this is the deal. This is the policy. And, I was like, hey, this is in the contract. Let's get the hell out of here.
There we go. That's why you're contracted.
But it was fun.
That's why you're in charge.
I set up a speaker for them. And I DJ'd a bunch of music at the end.
You did.
So, it wasn't like the event ended, but
yeah. You did the right thing. It's why you are in charge of doing what you do. And if any of our viewers are interested in having a classical guitarist, any kind of guitarist for their event, you can be sure to find Jerry on Instagram at jbeardevil, or you can hire the entire band at luckydevilsband.com. Jerry, thank you so much for being on the show.
My email for the Lucky Devils would be jerry@luckydevilsband.com if you want a private event.
Yes.
I just want to thank you for being in the band, because we found each other. You just inquired through the website.
No, I pretended I was a bride. I pretended, Crystal Pino. I pretended I was a bride, called him up like I was going to hire him. And I was like, actually, you need to hire me. That's how I got in the band.
Well, I'm super grateful. We've had a lot of fun, and we're going to continue to do so.
I love it.
So thank you so much for coming on the show, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry. Yay! Yeah, thank you for joining Candidly Krystal. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.